It's time for one of my favorite units to teach. Let me show you some of the centers I created while we learn about community helpers. To organize centers in my classroom, I have this pocket chart that has the student's picture, and then it tells you what area of the classroom they're gonna go to. And then at the end, I just have the objective that I'm gonna tape to the actual center. We have our Play-Doh table where students are going to pretend to be a mailman, yo soy un cartero, and we have our mailbox and our Play-Doh. I like to use the same color so nobody is fighting for them. And then inside, I created these alphabet cards. Every time students go to the Play-Doh table, they're gonna work on building those letters, that letter formation, and I always like to add some type of writing component, so they're gonna have a recording sheet to write the letter. In our library area, I have this pocket chart where students are going to pretend to be a firefighter, yo soy un bombero, and they're going to work on matching their uppercase letters with the lowercase letters. As you can see, the uppercase letters are pretending to be a fire, and then the lowercase letters is the water, so students get to pretend and have fun with this. And of course, we have a recording sheet where they get to write the letters once they finish matching them. And a little pro tip here, since we have cards that can easily be flipped and confused, I always like to do a happy face or a sticker on the top corner to make sure that students are holding the card correctly and they're looking at the letter in the correct way and not getting confused. At the Lego table, students are going to pretend to be a police officer, yo soy un policía, and using these alphabet cards that shows you how to create the letters out of Legos, they're going to work on their fine motor skills, create those letters, and then write it onto the recording sheet that looks like a gel. In the writing area, students are going to pretend to be a teacher, yo soy una maestra, and they're going to practice writing the words of the week. We have all our vocab words, we have a tray with the materials, the clipboards, the paper, the colors, the pencils, and then just my example that I made with them. I have two activities where students are going to pretend to be a dentist, yo soy un dentista. At our sensory table, students will randomly grab a letter and then go write it on a tooth. Once they've covered their mouth with all the letters, they'll use a toothbrush to pretend to clean it and erase the letters. Now remember the firefighters, so this pocket chart is actually double-sided. I have a second pocket chart on the back side with more teeth that need cleaning. Each tooth has a picture and students are going to be working on their initial sound. With the second cards that have a letter, it's pretending to be a toothbrush with toothpaste. They're going to match the initial sound of each image, followed by a recording sheet in two different versions to differentiate with students. Plus all the other centers I have in the classroom. In our blocks area, they're going to be a construction worker, yo soy un carpintero. We have our art center where they can be an artist, yo soy un artista. And then we have our kitchen where they can be a chef, yo soy un cocinero, un chef. But the plan is to have a dramatic play transformation, so let me know what you prefer to see, a bakery or a hospital. And yes, you can find all these cards that I created online, either on my website or on Teachers Pay Teachers, but it will always be cheaper on my website.